That'd be some good stuff.
I think our recording started with, I can't just do it on bare eggs.
I guess we'll know in a few weeks whenever Vinny uploads it.
Yeah, dude, I'm so behind, and I promise I'll catch up before we're done.
One day.
So that gives you what, a year and a half?
No, I mean before we start the next arc. Yeah, just because like
so a year and a half.
It takes so long for it to like upload on my computer that like I can't do anything else on my computer while it's uploading. So I gotta like remember when I walk away to like let it run in the background. But I'm constantly on it, so I forget.
Videos are nuts. I took a 25-minute recording of Skyrim just because I wanted to show my uncle all the dope graphics mods I had.
Oh yeah.
And that was 17 gigs. A 25-minute video? I couldn't believe it.
Skyrim's a big game.
You're not on Windows, or you're on Windows, you're not on Mac. Never mind. I was gonna say you can just use FFmpeg, I think it's called, where like you just pass it in and it minimize or scales it down. So that way, I've been able to take files from like 2 gigs down to like 200 megabytes.
The problem is my computer is, even though I was running the game at 1080, it's a native 4K screen, so I think it recorded it in 4K anyway, and that was bad.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can't play it in 4K. It's too much. It breaks my computer.
Oh my gosh. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's get in
Ready to be in 4K? No, I'm never ready for that.
We're playing in 4K tonight.
Damn it. I'm 720 at the most, sir.
It's not Warhammer 40K. It's Warhammer 4K. It's like 10% of what Warhammer is.
Warhammer 4K.
Warhammer 40K. All right. When last we left our intrepid adventurers, the party began investigating Zindar, the harbor master who had been spotted escaping with the Null Harp. They found some valuable information about the Umberhand that had been gathered by Zindar himself, as well as a bit of insight into his predicament. The party also discovered that a handmaiden, also known as WME 1399, was who Zindar was intended to deliver the Null Harp to. Bart Dental would be organizing a meeting with the members of Source Amaranti for the party to be able to speak with them in hopes of getting one of their players to be able to accompany them in their quest to recover the harp. The last we saw you guys, you were huddling down for the night. Each of you had your own room except for our boy Asher, who was in a tiny hut, I believe, that he created himself.
Yep.
And then, was Utu there at all?
I don't think so.
I don't think he came with us for the investigation, but he was there for the fight.
No. All right. So you guys wake up, and Asher, the first thing you notice is a large amount of musty hair covering your face. And as you roll over, you see Utu is like cuddling you like a body pillow.
Oh, I've woken up from this dream before. I like try to like peel his arm off slowly and like scooch away.
I saw this happening. I let it happen.
Give me a dexterity check. Yeah, you're just sitting there meditating. You watch Utu stumble in, crawl in bed, and just start cuddling him.
That's 13 plus 3.
All right. Yeah, you're able to scooch out from Utu's grip without much issue, and you are up. And it's breakfast time. What are you guys doing for breakfast?
Well, I wake everyone up if they're not already up.
Everybody's up. They've just been watching you.
We've been taking bets like, who do you think's got to wake up first? Sure, too.
Yeah, I was reading my book, How to Make Friends and Influence Monsters or whatever. I saw Uchu come in and he just looked at me and went, shh. And I just watched it happen. He didn't come to me, so I didn't care.
I think Uchu's already awake. He just doesn't want to leave.
He was enjoying it.
Yeah. You see
All
him
right,
kind of like
then I won't whisper.
What?
Then I won't whisper if he's already awake.
I mean, he is hungover.
Hey, Utu, I have a joke for you.
well, it better be funnier than the last one. Otherwise I'm gonna throw you off the tower again.
Utu, how do you like your eggs? Scrambled or and then I try to read the room before I finish that off. Can I make an insight check to see how he'll respond to if I finish this joke?
No.
Or fertilized?
I leave the hut.
Probably gone by now. It only lasts 8 hours.
He giggles a little bit.
Okay. Oh wait, so we had a long rest. Yeah, let me
Yeah.
fix that. Okay.
79 days left, guys.
I,
Oh.
No one's counting.
oh, that's right. You're about to die. I forgot about that.
I haven't.
Wait, we're definitely gonna finish. I feel like we're gonna finish this arc before Kira and you'll have another character who is sort of caught in limbo between life and death while we play a different campaign.
I mean, given that he's a higher level than this party, it would be great if he showed up.
Who was he?
If Robert showed up?
Robert. He would just wreck shit.
Oh. What level are we in that campaign? I forget.
9.
Okay.
Man,
All right.
hit double digits soon.
So you guys head out. The Fear Bulbs are cooking up some my Southwest burritos for everybody. So
Nice.
anybody that doesn't want it, they've just got like some makeshift French toast that they were able to kind of throw together.
Is there any ketchup?
Yes, Asher is ketchup.
Nobody's ever heard of anything called ketchup before, but they do have like mashed up tomatoes that you can put on top if you'd like.
Oh, okay, I'll take.
I was just gonna throw the ketchup as far as I could.
Asher goes up to the person serving tomatoes. I'll take the tomatoes. Do you have any sugar?
Gannon, you're about to put a shirt on as pants. Of course I'm going to watch you.
So they hand you some tomatoes and some sugar.
Okay, I get the crushed tomatoes and the sugar, and I cast what is it, like create bonfire, but just enough to warm up my hands, and I try to burn it together, very low heat to turn it into some kind of sauce.
In your hands.
Yes.
Sauce hands.
Hold on, come here. We got something in your hair.
Well,
Stop spinning.
it's getting stuck to your hands.
I use my burrito to scrape it off.
All right.
This is so weird. I'm eating my burrito
Tomatoes are sweet already, so you just made them sweeter.
Yeah.
All right.
It's ketchup, baby.
Asher doesn't have diabetes.
I was about to say, the next time he does something where he requires sugar to fix his food, I'm going to make him roll a diabetes check.
No.
He's going to listen. He's a doctor. He can find a cure for it. That's his journey.
That's his journey? I thought it was to die in the most epic orgy.
I thought it was if he can't cure whatever Dylan's character's name is, Jerry, then how's he going to cure diabetes?
It's a step along the way. It's a
He's going to cure diabetes before he can cure Jared.
Yes.
It's a marathon.
Diabetes. The cure for diabetes is a building block in the cure for Jerry.
Yeah.
You got it.
There's no cure for Jerry.
Probably not. I think
We'll just make another
the
one.
campaign within 80 in-game days. Honestly, I think we can do it. Let's just fucking track on down for player, what is it, 7?
I don't know.
Yeah. No, Jerry, I have an idea that I've been thinking about with your whole curse thing. And we don't have any, spells that can, like a greater restoration or anything like that. But if this curse is supposed to kill you, what if we just killed you, like before waiting the 80 days, and then I bring you back?
No, you're not animating me after I die.
What do you mean?
I already know where you're going with this.
No.
You show me that you can bring a person back and then be alive, and then we'll talk about that.
Well, what's your definition of
I would
alive?
still be nerfed. I don't want to be nerfed.
Oh, true. All right, so killing you is not going to do it because we want to get rid of your nerf. That's more important than you living. Got it.
Yes. Yes, if that's what it takes to get you to fix this the right way, then yes.
Asher writes this into margins of his textbook.
Aw.
You're not a necromantic, you're a romantic.
You know it.
All right. So you guys have filled up. At this point, you guys see Bart. He comes up to you real quick and says, "Well, I've been able to get an audience with you and the leadership of Source Amarenti. They'll be meeting up with you at the tent down at the end of the lane here. So you can head that way in about an hour, and they'll be able to meet with you. I'm actually heading to a meeting with the 9 Pillars. Me and Von Roard will be there. We will hopefully have some direction once we come out of this meeting on what to do next. So I hope to see you afterwards." And so he heads on. Before he heads out, he says, "Is there anything you need to know before going into the meeting with the leadership of Source Amarenti?"
Are you able to cast Greater Restoration?
I am not. I'm not a healer, unfortunately.
Do you know anyone who can?
Not here.
Oh,
How much longer do we think it'll be until Wizard from Tower that we've heard about is coming here will arrive?
Oh, yes, I did forget he was on his way.
it should be within the next 5 days, I
The
think.
dragons are on their way.
Yes, he was, I believe when he left, it's typically a 2-week journey, 2 to 3 week journey, depending on what he has to run into. So within the next, probably 3-5 days, we should see him.
Okie dokie. That's what I'm waiting for. He's going to fix me.
Very well.
Because I remember when we got here, it was supposed to be like a week, and it's been 2 days.
Yeah. Not a lot of time actually passed.
This gives me an idea for a character he's just a delivery boy, but he has like a tracking spell, so he can literally track people's packages for them. And he'll be like, "It's gonna be there in 3 days. It's headed away in Waterdeep."
It's not even on this plane.
Sorry, it's going to go to the Feywild first, and then it'll come back to the material plane before it comes to you.
Come back?
Yeah, that's how the snails work.
That's going to mess with the tracking information a lot because it'll say that it's 30 years behind.
Doesn't exist.
The one who wanted to ship with a spell jammer. I don't know what to tell you.
Speaking of, I have a thought. So I'm just gonna reach over into the lake and get some water in a bowl. I'm gonna take one of our snail mail snails, put it in the water, and see if it sinks or floats.
When you drop it on it, it's just kind of cruising on top, and it just kind of circles the bowl on the top.
So
I'm gonna write a letter. I'm gonna write a letter to Jiro about everything that's happened so far. Be like, if you do not hear an update regarding this, assume that it is not safe here. And I threw the snail in the lake.
All right. Yeah, so you see it kind of plow in the water and start cruising away.
Rill wonders if he can turn into a snail that can stay on top of water.
Maybe.
I only threw you because I wanted to save you half a day.
You only have so many.
True. That probably did do about half a day.
Right. I'm limited on snails and time.
Does anyone have a balloon, actually?
Oh, you probably don't want to send that much.
Good idea. I take another snail. I put it in the bowl, and I hold the bowl upside down and see if the snail adheres to the top.
Yeah.
Cool. I have an idea for a reverse parachute later.
Reverse parachute.
It's going to make you go up.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do that, though?
For the snail? I'm not worried about the snail.
No, for you. If a parachute, you'd be attached to it now.
No, it's for the snail.
Okay, snail parachute. Got it.
Snail shoot.
Would you call that parasnailing?
Get out.
No.
Oh boy.
Bye, Gannon.
Bye, Gannon. All right.
Got that.
So you guys head down to the end of the lane, and you see a large tent with a number of members of Sword Amaranthi, each of them wearing these robes with laced with kind of like a goldish color to them, and they're all standing out praying. And as you walk into the tent, you see everybody's kind of like huddled around each other, praying over the wounded and just trying to find peace, I guess. And you see a man in the center, and he looks up and says, yes, Bark mentioned that you'd be coming.
And
Cool. He didn't mention you.
Oh, did you not ask him about me?
We assumed he would tell us anything we needed to know regarding go talk to this person.
You're the wizard.
Well, I'm quite certain he would have asked you, is there anything you need to know?
Well, he didn't.
I feel like he would know better than us what we need to know regarding y'all.
He did ask, and you guys were like, no, we're good.
How are we supposed to know if we need to know something?
I've got hold on. I've got this. I reach into, hold on, I'm just going to roll here at random. Bjorn's pack and pull out some paper, and I reach into Asher's pack and I pull out some cheese, and I melt the cheese over Asher, and I write on the paper everybody's names, and I make sticky cheese notes.
Now everybody's got a name tag.
And everybody smells like melted cheese. Which Asher always smells like. That's as good as he ever smells.
So you have Post-it notes cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I asked the guy, what should I put on yours?
No cheese for me.
Okay, but what about the word I'm writing here, the name, whatever? Like, do you want a title, Lord of the Dance?
I'll take that title, yes. But my name's actually Kor Smolak.
All right. Boris Slovak. Got it. So Lord of the Dance is based on kills. How many do you have?
I guess not enough to be considered a lord. I have none. I haven't killed anybody.
Okay, yeah, no. So it would be beginner's tap. And I put the paper on and it just falls down.
Hold on, I can reheat that one back up, and I like hold it to melt it, and I stick it back on him.
No, there's no cheese. He didn't want cheese.
Yeah, there's no cheese, so you burned
You just burned the note.
I'm sure it's something else sticking on the back of it.
And what's this yellow thing I picked up?
Yes, Asher just produces something else sticky.
Yes.
He wipes the ketchup off his hand and sticks it on.
He produces something sticky. He goes, "It's from my burrito, I promise."
Which burrito?
Exactly. We know it's from your burritos.
And at this point, he's been melting it so long that it's like a reduction and it's super sticky.
Oh yeah, I forgot to wash my hands. Whoops.
There's a lake.
It's the doctor.
Rule number 1 in being a doctor: wash your hands.
The one.
I thought rule number one was keep the alive people alive.
Asher,
Well,
do you know the
What do
Hippocratic?
you
I thought it
mean
was
by
to go
alive?
on.
There's a lot of definitions there we can work with.
Asher, do you know the Hippocratic Oath?
He knows the hippopotamus, though.
Right? Something like that.
Well, he's never seen a hippo in real life, so no, he doesn't know.
But he knows he wants one for Christmas.
I hate that song so much.
What?
Yeah,
That's worse than toss a coin to your witter.
I love that song, though.
Oh, I hate both of those songs. They both make me want to kill myself. I can't stand it.
I do hate the hippopotamus one. I do not hate Toss a Coin to Your Witcher.
Oh, yeah, I
What
hate
is
the
the
hippopotamus.
hippopotamus one? What is that?
You've
No.
never heard the
Don't.
I want a hippopotamus.
No.
for
You
Christmas?
can listen to it later.
Only a hippopotamus will do.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
No.
Let me just download it and put it in Roll20 real quick. So that way
Yes.
God. Well, I can mute that, so that's fine.
Yeah, it's truly atrocious, but I think it's something that Vinny needs to hear at least
Wait,
once.
I think I have heard that, but I guess I never knew that the word was hippopotamus.
He didn't copy that.
What word did you think it was?
Dude, I just couldn't do it. I'm like, oh, the English.
I love that hippo.
I love that hippo too.
Have you
What are the what's the hippo race coming with Alljammer?
GIF
GIF.
or
Hey,
GIF.
they pronounced it right.
Yeah, GIF.
Actually, in the video, they said both. So
That was a rough episode.
GIF is correct.
All right.
Probably trying to put fucking words in my mouth about that.
I mean, you could just say one's British, one's American. Problem solved.
There we go.
Do British people say giraffes?
They do.
Well, yeah, they don't have giraffes native to England, so
Do they say?
You don't get to decide how it's called.
Do they say aluminium?
Decide for zebra.
they do.
that's true. I do go with zebra instead of zebra.
They do say that.
Oh my goodness. So,
Curtis, you should just be a gentleman.
This whole conversation is happening in front of Borbalorg or whatever his name was.
yeah, Cord's just sitting there like, well, I'm not sure what you guys are talking about with hippopotami, and
Rill, show him.
I'm not sure what.
I don't want to waste that today. Later.
Can you
Things have
wash
been
it into a hippo?
happening. Probably. Hold on. I'll look it up.
I think so. I think it. Well, you might not. I don't know because that one might be a CR2.
How many druid levels do you have?
Enough.
No.
No, I'm just curious. Or I should ask how many cleric levels you have. But doing the math, I know you have 3. So, because I think it's like level 20 druid when you get unlimited transformations, which it's bullshit that you wait that long. Same thing with barbarians. You get unlimited rages at level 20. Like, fuck you.
Right.
They're giving me the cheap weapon after I defeat the final boss. That's not fun.
That's standard endgame protocol, sir.
And it's done.
Hippo has a CR of 2.
We're not doing New Game Plus, are we? I mean,
Yeah, guys, we're gonna speed run the abyss.
Yeah, let's start over, and you guys are going to be level 18 characters.
I push Rill into the wyvern hole.
No. What's going to
fighting the
happen
ODA
is
at level
once the
18.
dimensions correct themselves and crash, we're going to be zapped into another reality at our current levels, but we have to start a new campaign.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier. As soon as we find the bad guy, we just wreck him.
Yeah.
Until a Tarrasque comes cruising in, and then it's like, oh, fuck.
He's going to
I
send
level
an army
18.
of goblins, and we're like,
Really?
yeah.
Asher just does one big fireball. Okay, that was done. That was easy.
It's a Tarrasque. Good luck.
Yeah, it's stupid carapace.
So what
No,
we
we
need is
just-
a portable hole and a bag of holding. And
No, I've seen
Asher's
that. I've seen that
already
trick.
a hole.
I've seen that trick.
Okay.
back to people dying.
Yes.
Back to people praying and dying, and Core just sitting here staring at you guys blankly because he zoned out after like 5 minutes.
Smart man.
Oh, you're still here. I thought you had left.
So did we, man.
Well, what do you want? What are you here for?
I don't remember.
Okay.
What are we here for?
The people you know that were a part of this.
The people that I know that were part of what?
The Source Amaranth. No, wait, no. The Source Amaranth people, we need your help.
Oh, okay.
They're the heart
well,
people, right?
Yes, we're the heart people.
Okay. So the plan is.
I write that on a note.
God damn it. We are planning to go and retrieve the harp.
Oh, wonderful.
But we know something there is super dangerous.
I pull up the handmaiden on my scanny do.
That we need someone to come with us to play the harp as soon as we make it safe enough so that thing doesn't just completely wipe us. We're going to bring a few adventurers to keep you safe. You will not have to fight. We only need someone to play the harp. We will protect you and we guarantee your safety.
That's a tall order, dude. What if we get like thrown 10 feet into the air?
Then everyone here is going to die.
There's a lot of risk to this. As your friend has mentioned, just ascending even 10 feet is enough to dispel near death. Additionally, what can a party of 4 do against a horde of monsters?
Well, we stopped the horde of monsters to begin with.
Yeah.
Controlled explosions.
Mm-hmm.
Or uncontrolled explosions in the right space. It doesn't matter which. Both work.
Since
killed an
I've
Odiug.
arrived at this island, we have killed a beholder, we have killed an Odiug, we have killed wyverns, we have killed a giant bone devil, we have captured a giant gorgon.
And what's
And lots of people, too.
My flock.
Say what now?
So wait,
And what's to say you won't kill my flock? You are clearly dangerous.
We did that to protect people.
he's got a point
Listen.
there. We are dangerous.
Is an Advil dangerous, or does it just kill the bad things in your body?
What's an ad?
It's a medicine. It's something up on the surface. It makes you better when you're sick.
You know, they did that in I Am Legend, and it was really bad. They made the same argument.
I haven't seen that in so long.
Yeah, they turned everybody into zombies by eating rabies.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
They were like, we put a bad virus in a cop car, so now he's a good guy. That was the verbiage. He goes after the bad guys now.
Okay, well, that's us, but we actually work.
I have a question, Mr. Heart Person Man.
Yeah.
I can't remember your name. The tag fell off. I'm sorry. So, what do the Sore Amaranthine know about the Umber Hand?
Very little actually. We are simply just people of peace, worshiping Vor, the god of knowledge, and praying to him daily and hoping to expand our own.
Vor is that was Vor the one that was the statue of in the secret camp?
Mhm.
Do you know that Vor serves Ekris?
I've not heard of Ekris.
Okay, so have I got some news for you?
Exposition dump.
Yep.
Oh God, it's been a while.
Okay, so a long time ago, thousands and thousands of years ago, long before any of us were born, any of our grandparents were born, like anything that we know about basically existed as we know it. This island and everything around here was a civilization of the Drow, and it was a really cool civilization. They had massive city. They had temples. They had like all kinds of fancy technology that we don't even really understand. It was great. They made cool stuff, and they worshiped the goddess of creation, who was named Ekris. But Ekris is like one half of a cycle. The other half is Zasis, the god of destruction, and they just alternate building and destroying, building and destroying, building and destroying, so on and so forth. And they've been doing it over and over for longer than any of us can comprehend. The cycle just continues over and over and over. And this time, Ekris was like, no, I don't want this one to be destroyed. I like the people here. I like where we're at. I like the pretty trees, the pretty flowers, the nice people. So she didn't want Zasis to destroy everything. So the Drow, all of them, gave their life force in a massive ceremony to power a massive spell that was able to imprison Zasis. And this created the Abyss. And imprisoning a god caused all this corruption. And Zasis is trying to get out. All these crazy bad things that are happening, stronger monsters in the wrong layers, is happening because of this. The barrier is weakening. Ekris is weakening. And once he gets out, he's going to destroy everything. And I don't know about you, but I would like for that to happen at least long after I'm dead. Which, to be fair, might only be about 80 days. But still, other people I know will be alive, and I want them to at least last longer than that. But Vor and all these other minor deities like Ekris, because, well, Zasis would kill them too. So we want to keep everyone here alive for longer than Zasis would keep them alive, because he would basically just kill us all immediately. He'd be like, kill them all, let the flames sort it out, move on to the next one. And I want to stay alive, and he wants to stay alive. I don't know about Bjorn. He's got kind of like a death wish thing going on. You strike me as a guy who wants to stay alive. So help us, help you. Help me, help you.
He says, well, you spin a very beautiful tale, but I don't know how much of it I can believe. And go ahead and give me a persuasion roll real quick.
Yeah. Should have done this after I finished reading my book.
Both in and out of character. That helped a lot.
Right?
Some of this stuff is hard as fuck for me to follow when I'm just trying to roll shit and whatever. So I feel
it was only a 15.
Okay.
I
Someone
rolled a
to slap my ass.
22 with religion. Can I try to channel some Ekris energy to see if they feel a connection? Because if they worship that god, they should at least feel something.
If somebody wants to slap my ass, I'll get an 18.
There you go.
Both of us did it.
All right.
Sweet.
So we've got guidance from our boy Rill, who lets off some Ekris energy and then slaps Jerry's ass with it. And so yeah, you see the leader core. He still kind of maintains his stance where he's like, he doesn't really believe you, but you start to hear some whispers from the people from around you, as like a lot of them are like, it gotta make sense, like what the fuck, like. And so they're kind of whispering, talking amongst each other, and you see a young woman step forward, and she says, Master Core, you can't look away from what we just saw. The power of a god left that man's hand and went into the ass of the other man.
And Asher is so jealous.
grass is here.
And she says, clearly, these men are guided by a power greater than any that we've ever seen.
Wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wheels. Whatever wheels
We
is.
just start bowing. But no, she says, she speaks with him for a few moments, trying to persuade him, but after, he's pretty stuck in his ways, but she ends up turning from him and says, fine, if you won't do it, then I will. And so she walks up to you and says, I'll be your player. I'll support you.
Awesome. I take out a note. What's your name and how do you feel about cheese?
I enjoy cheese. It's not bad. And my name is Retu.
Is who now?
Retu. R-E-T.
Retu. Retu. Cheese.
Is Utu here right now?
He's not.
Oh.
He got up and was going off doing something else. But yeah, that would be kind of cool. Anyway.
Welcome, temporary party member.
And you notice she's wearing a red shirt.
Oh no! Why would you do that?
It's a reference to Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Yes, no, I get it.
Oh,
I'm just trying to figure
No,
out what
they
season
didn't.
we're in. Like, dude, if she's Riker, we're golden.
No. Well, we'll see. Maybe. Anyway, yeah, so she's like, well, what can I do to help? When are you guys leaving?
We're going to figure that part out after the meeting of the 9 Pillars is over.
Because we plan on getting some adventurers to guard you personally.
Okay, well, do you mind if I tag along for now?
Sure. Your input would be welcome.
Rad. And she ends up following you guys.
Rad.
I give her a high five.
You've never seen the symbol of Lord Rad?
Like, whoa, Rad Brad?
Yes. How'd you know?
Well, see, so I learned about him from Rad Chad.
Oh, Rad Chad's the worst.
Right, which is why I switched to Rad Brad.
He's not as bad as Rad Dad, though.
No, man.
And they're cousins. Braden, Jaden, Hayden, Zayden, and Okaden.
Yeah, in this campaign, it's going to be Brad, Chad, Thad, and I'll think of a fourth one.
Trent.
No shit. All right, so you guys saddle up and head on out. You've got Retu in tow, and as you head out, you notice the meeting in the main tent where the 9 pillars were. It seems to be drawing to a close. So, do you guys want to hang out and wait there for them to finish, or?
Word. Is Utu around?
Yeah, he comes cruising up. He's got a churro, and he's just kind of munching. Hey, what's up?
Utu, meet Ritu.
Oh, well, hello. What's your name? And she just says, Ritu. He's like,
All right, while they're being introduced, I roll a 21 to swipe his churro.
you got it. And he's
Yes.
distracted right now by meeting somebody with a very similar name that it's just mind-blowing to him. And yeah, you swipe it.
I share with wheels. And now I have a churro.
Do you put anything back in its place? With
Rill
you can put
rolled an 18 to give Jerry a note that said Asher was here.
I put that note in Utu's hand.
So after like 3 or 4 minutes of him talking to Retu, you see him suddenly look down, or he's sitting there and he goes like this, and all of a sudden like looks down and he's got a piece of paper in his mouth. And when he reads it, he's like, what is this, Elvish? And it.
Asher has no idea what's going on. He's like peeling the sauce off of his hand like glue in elementary school. You know?
Nasty.
But tomato flavored.
So he peels it off and then like eats it.
That churro was delicious, by the way.
Oh man.
So
Is something
Utu,
happening? I wasn't listening.
Utu, do you want to help us recover the harp? You will have the opportunity to fuck up a lot of things, hopefully.
Oh yes. Count me in.
And if we succeed, the first 2 rounds will be on me.
Make it 20 and I'll be there.
I can't count that high.
What's the highest you can count?
2.
All right, do that twice.
22? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Be that many.
No.
We'll figure it out. Rill, you can make booze, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
And mayonnaise. I'll take mayonnaise too.
Wait, Rill. Can you make
Hold on,
ketchup?
we still have mayonnaise.
Rill, if you can make mayonnaise, you should be able to make ketchup.
Nope, not in here.
I give Utu the rest of my mayonnaise, and I'm like, down payment, bro.
I can make
Rill,
acid.
I feel like
Can't
you're
make
lying to
ketchup.
me.
You see him like busting top on one of them, and he's just chugging it a little bit.
Oh, he's going all Brick Tamland.
Can I pay you in trident layers?
You're gonna
make
make
me
do for a
take it-
Klondike bar.
Dude, you're gonna make me take a level in not alchemist, artificer, so I can figure out how to make ketchup
Yeah.
out of acid, even though I know you can just make it.
Why don't you just get a feat where you're a cook?
Yeah.
It's too much work.
I had it. I love it.
You have that feat?
Hi.
Oh,
Hi, yeah.
I does.
No, you can even.
Once Jerry's
I
done,
would have been proud of my dwarven cleric.
once Jerry's done with his book, he can spend his nights learning to be a cook.
The cook, it came with Tasha's.
Yeah.
The one I got where you become a good cook and you also can make snacks that give like an HP bonus or something for like you have to eat them within like an hour or two, but then you get an HP bonus. I mean, I can cast aid and it's way better, but
Does it stack though?
no, FHP does not stack.
Love AIDS.
Yeah. Oh well.
AIDS is my favorite.
So all of a sudden you see Bark step out and he says, "What about AIDS?"
Oh, nothing. We were just
Asher has
talking
them.
about Asher's problems.
Oh, yes, of course, the monkey. I forgot about him.
The monkey.
Hey, now that's racist against monkeys.
You're right. That was very disrespectful of me. And the next time I see a monkey, I will apologize.
Can
Try
I
to stack.
wild
After it
shape
apologize.
right now without losing a charge?
Sure. Yes. So
Just poof, monkey.
oh, perfect timing, Lord Monkey. Forgive me for comparing you to this, Phil. And he gestures towards Asher.
Robbie, I would like to cast Produce Flame to light his shoes on fire, but I want to do it sneakily.
You
That
want
is a 21 to throw shit at Asher.
What are you trying to light on fire?
You do not want
His
to
shoes.
engage Asher in a shit throwing contest.
That does meet my AC.
So you got shit thrown at you.
Wait, I duck behind Bjorn. Now I have total cover.
That was after you got with shit, though.
Okay, Robbie, I'm hit with the shit. I want to light his shoes on fire.
His shoes.
His shoes.
Okay.
I have Produce Flame. It's a cantrip, but I want to do it sneakily.
Okay. Give me sleight of hand.
And it is it's verbal and somatic. Okay. Sleight of hand.
Actually, roll for stealth on this one. Well, I guess maybe sleight of hand. I don't know.
I have the same.
Well, get a
either
list.
way.
No, so he doesn't hear you.
That's going to be a 14.
14 on what?
I mean, it's I have the same modifier for stealth and sleight of hand.
Okay. So let me see. Well, let me check his passive.
Actually, if with my robe, I have advantage on stealth if I put my hood up.
All right. Are you going to roll for advantage?
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's a 21.
All right. So you see his shoes catch on fire, and you see him kind of like pop up real quick, and then he looks over and he's like not sure what to do, and then he just kind of casts a little bit of wind magic and it blows out.
I rolled a
Dude, shoes
25
look
to
like
just
shit.
duck out in the confusion for a moment.
You're ducking out.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Don't worry about it.
All right. Yeah,
His
you duck
shoes-
out.
Do his shoes look like shit now?
They look like there's they were sandals, and so they're kind of like not really fitting his feet anymore. They're floppy, so he ends up taking them off.
I go, what are those?
Yeah, he says, well, that was clearly an affront, but I'll let it slide for now. And in any
Well,
case-
you know what they say, Bark. Good things happen to good people.
okay. Well, we'll see what happens to you.
Oh, I'm rich. Many good things have happened to me.
If you're here, I doubt that.
I just got bored with my money. Wanted to venture out.
And where is that money now? Daddy still has it, doesn't he?
Yes, I do. As I come back with churros for everybody.
Nice.
Rill's still a
Oh, he-
monkey.
Monkeys can eat churros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this monkey is very happy.
So he says, well, down to business. We have 3 main focuses right now. The biggest problem we are faced with is lack of information. We don't know what's on the other island right now. Most of the members of the crew that was building the bridge were actually part of the Warwick Society, and none of them have been seen since. So we don't know what's going on the tower over there. We don't know who's there. We don't know what's going on. So we're trying to put together a party for a reconnaissance mission. Likely people that are going to be extremely stealthy and able to move quickly. On the other hand, we also are trying to move our front lines forward. Right now, we're barricaded at the bridge between the first and second tower. We would like to, by the end of either today or tomorrow, take over the rest of the second tower and wipe out anything that's on there.
I'll be on Team Badass right there.
Yeah, so we'll need assistance with moving that front line forward, and that should position us well for an attack on the third tower. Finally, there are a lot of injured, and so we're calling out for any healers to go and assist with the healing. So if you guys can help with that, that would also be something that would be very helpful.
If you guys know any doctors,
Hold on. My freaking bestial spirit. I would just have to pop off like 3 healing spells and I would get everybody.
Everybody within that area, yeah.
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 I mean, because you can only stack the wounded so high.
Well,
Right.
yeah, I get as many people here. I heal someone that's not in the area. They all get it. Move it. Heal someone that's not in that area. They all get it. So I focus on the people who are really injured, and everyone else just gets a little recovery.
there you go.
That's 3 healing spells, and anyone that can fit in that diameter, boom, that's almost everyone.
I'm thinking Rill might be a better doctor than Asher.
It's not a high bar to clear.
So
So
I have the
Asher, what's your
certification.
modifier for medicine?
Listen, medicine is a wisdom modifier, not an intelligence one.
You're the one who said you're a doctor.
yeah, you said you're a doctor. What the hell?
Yeah, doctors are smart, not wise.
Well, then
I
why
don't
was
know
it-
about
why was
that.
it wisdom?
Didn't you go to medical school?
Yeah, how do you think I got so smart?
So what's your medicine modifier?
+3.
Real?
Better than mine.
And I
I think
didn't go to medical school.
+3. Wait, hold on. Okay, mine's only +1, so
No problem.
Listen, if Robbie will let me use my intelligence modifier for medicine checks, then it's a +4.
you'll be able to look at it and be like, well, I can tell that you're clearly in pain. It looks like the pain is concentrated on the abdomen, specifically the part where you have been stabbed multiple times. It's like, what do you do about it? Oh, I have no idea.
Doctor, it hurts
Not
every
wise.
time I do this. All right, well then don't do this. That'll be 10,000 gold.
Exactly.
Yep.
Everywhere I touch hurts.
Literally.
Broken
So
finger.
it sounds like Barky Boy is saying, split the party.
Yeah.
So
And
Yeah.
I'm like, and I'm just gonna look across the water at the third tower there, because I don't think it's 2 miles away, so I can probably see it just fine.
mhm.
And what do I see?
All right. So you see a large number of the those like gray humanoid WMEs piled up, like they're congregating towards the right where the bridge is, where it connects to the mainland there. And you see that they are going wild, just like destroying the bridge.
Interesting. The most interesting part is they haven't eaten each other yet, which means they're either being controlled or there are more of them coming that are eating the ones that are already there.
Either way, it's bad.
Either way, it's bad.
So I'm thinking maybe we help heal everybody, which gives us more people to help push the front line forward. And once that's done, anybody who needs to get in sneakily will not only have an easier time getting there because the front line is moving forward, but those staying at the front line will be a solid distraction for them to sneak in more easily.
Rill can be on the sneaky team.
So Rill and you, Jerry, me and Bjorn.
I'll check because Rill has passed without a trace.
Yep.
Fucking good.
Which makes me
And I can
so
wild
sneaky.
shape after I use that.
Mhm. Which means I'll be like, do I need to beat a 19 to be sneaky? Because I'll roll. But if not, I have a 19.
All right, so let's get into it then. First up, we're going to do the healing because that's what you guys wanted to try first, was heal as many as possible. So what I'll do is I'm going to have anybody that's involved in that go ahead and give me a medicine check. And with Rill, I believe you were planning on like popping off some spells. Like obviously we're not going to consume any, but like that's the mechanic here.
21 for medicine.
Wow. I don't think I can beat that.
That's
That's a 12.
If he wanted to give me guidance, it would be a 25.
Slap each other on the ass.
I'll give him guidance.
Slap ass.
They're actually proctologists.
Yeah.
Oh, what a dream.
Rill
that would be.
professionally, Asher for fun.
I mean, I can get in there.
That's it's a 15 for
He's
me.
going to turn into a weasel.
He'll turn into an ant, and he'll go up Thanos' butt, and y'all know the rest.
Yeah.
All right, so a 25 for medicine.
15
All
for
right.
me.
So you guys heal a vast majority of the people that have been injured here. Any of the ones that were critical are now either stabilized or actually up and about. And then anybody that was not critical is able to, move, and everything's looking good there.
If they don't feel like they're completely able to fight, we could use archers.
Yeah. So the next step being, now that you guys have spent some time healing, you guys are moving towards the front lines. You're going to help to push that forward. So how do you guys want to engage in this? Like, are you charging in, weapons blazing? Are you standing back, popping off spell? Like, what's your approach to pushing forward on the line?
I mean,
Where is the front line?
What does it look like? Like, how are
Yeah.
you congregated?
So when you guys actually reach the front line, so the front line's right about here. I'll even draw a little thing there.
That's the actual front line.
Yeah. So when you guys get there, there's actually they had just opened the gates a few minutes before, and a large number of men have moved out with shields, and they're kind of doing like that Spartan thing where they're like pushing forward, and you've got a number of these WMEs kind of like all over the place. They're not organized by any means, and they're separated from the main group of WMEs, so they're not able to like coordinate very well. But you see them charging in and oftentimes attacking each other. So you guys are just trying to like push forward and kill some, push forward and kill some. That's the way that the men that are currently on the front line are handling things. All of a sudden you see Utu run up. He looks to you, Bjorn, and says, "Toss me."
Yeah, you'll have to toss me. I do. Hang on.
Hold on. Can we cast Grow on him first?
Cast it right after you toss him.
Oh wait,
I
I think he meant on Bjorn, but we could cast it on Utu. That would be cool.
Oh, okay.
give Bjorn guidance for his check. And then as soon as he hits
I meant
his
Utu.
mark, Utu is enlarged and he just comes down.
All right. This is a strength, right?
Yeah.
I could rage for advantage, but I don't have many
Guidance.
rages, so.
Wait, did I use my bestial spirit? Like,
No.
okay. I can channel the bear to give him advantage on strength.
I don't think you'll need it.
Okay.
He's a pretty strong guy to begin with. He might need guidance, it looks like.
And guidance, is that advantage or a plus a D4?
Plus a
Plus
D4.
Plus the D4.
It's not going to be enough, boys.
D4.
Oh, no. So with my D4, I got 2 because I got a natural 1 and I rolled a 1 on the D4.
Oh my god.
And the spell has been cast. I assume Utu enlarges and lands on
No,
Bjorn.
I was waiting until he was in the air.
Yeah, that's true. Well, then
Like,
I'll try
if he's
again.
not going anywhere, I'm not casting it.
Yeah, if all that happened was you violently shit yourself.
Do I have the DM permission to try one more time?
Hey, how's your pride?
It's hurt, but I'm here to earn it back.
All right, go
I mean,
for it.
you win against Ozin.
I won't try again. This is my last try. I will not try again if I fail.
Yeah, he's kind of looking at you like, can he actually do this?
11. Ugh. I have a +7.
Slap you on the butt for another guidance.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, fam. Okay, that's 13. Still not very good.
It's enough to get him over the shields. He just
Okay.
barely clears it.
Good.
Enlarge.
He gets enlarged and immediately like goes into a barrel roll, starts rolling, jumps up,
Human boulder.
and just starts slamming as he charges ahead into the tower. So you guys don't see him anymore. You just hear him screaming and singing as he's just killing everything that he can see in sight. And the line is still here, so you guys can either follow his lead or you can help to push the line forward.
I'll push the line forward, I guess. I mean, what are we going to do on the other side? Roll around?
Yeah, I mean, he's just out there killing stuff, so if you want to go kill stuff with him, that's
Well,
enough.
I assume mechanically to push the line forward would be a bunch of strength checks, right?
Yeah.
So I'll do that then because I'd be better suited for that.
Okay.
So
And then,
I'll stand behind the line and just like fire crossbow bolts over.
Okay. And I'll just have you do like a dex check or something, some dex-based check to like shoot stuff. And then Asher and Rill, what are you guys doing?
I could Sacred Flame because I don't want to actually have to use any spell slots.
Yeah, I can pop off fire bolts and like raise a frost and
Okay, so that'll be Arcana checks for you guys. So go ahead and everybody give me 3. We're looking for a DC of 14.
Arcana check. Okay.
And this is just what regular dex for me, or am I making like an attack roll?
Regular dex.
Okay.
I fail once.
So 2 successes, 1 failure.
All right, I got a nat 20 and a 16
All right, so that's 2 successes.
and a 17.
I got 3 successes, all over 20, and one of them was a nat, so it was a 27.
Nice. So
Like one of my rolls was a 27, but
Damn, what's your modifier? Holy shit.
plus 8. I'm pretty sure I have expertise in Arcana.
Nice.
Are
Can
we
I
still
take
going?
expertise in strength?
can you get expertise in strength?
Not in.
Oh, you know what?
Not strength. You get it in like a skill.
Each of those were actually 3 less. I was doing a save instead of a regular roll, but the lowest one was still a 19. So
Okay.
Asher, how'd you do?
See, I rolled a 21 for my first roll,
All right.
and then 2 natural ones.
What?
Oh wow.
2 natural
Marcello's
ones.
gonna enjoy this.
Can I throw Asher over the line?
Can you push Asher into the wyvern hole?
So Asher's shooting off bolts, and you guys fell short of the goal on successes. But Asher, you end up actually injuring people on your own side. So you start hitting the backs of people's heads that are pushing the shield forward. So you guys make some headway during the morning session of your push. But by mid-afternoon, you guys have really only pushed the line up to about, let me move this, probably just at the end of the bridge.
By mid-afternoon, Asher has become a warden.
Yes, he has been, there's people actively asking for him to retire and return to the surface.
You've been court-martialed.
Sorry, guys. I missed because I was crying. This is such a beautiful battle to be a part of.
So what that means is when Jerry goes to do his reconnaissance, the checks are going to be a little bit higher, and there will be more of them. All right.
I'm gonna wild shape into a spider and hide inside of Jerry's hair.
All right.
Okay.
And are you casting?
Ask for that phrase before we go.
Cool.
Yes, dear God, yes. Like, all right, I'm gonna sneaky along. Let's see. As long as I don't roll a 1, I'm probably okay.
Tonight's the night of natural ones, though.
So
We've already had 3.
when you get ready to head out, you actually see that you are among probably about 6 or 7 other delvers that are heading out. One group is actually, it appears to be Shago and a couple of his men that are heading out to go as well. And he kind of looks at you and goes, and then keeps going.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
Anyone within 30 feet of Jerry also gets it.
Cool. So you guys start heading out, getting through the main tower. It's infested, or the second tower there. It's infested with these WMEs. A bunch of them all over. Go ahead and give me a stealth check to move through this area.
All right, I start with a 25.
25. All right. How are you moving through here? Are you just like rolling around, from one hiding spot to another? Or are you just kind of dipping through the shadows? What's your plan?
Let's see. Well, for here, you said there's a bunch of stuff going on. Yeah. So I'm probably just gonna try and stick to the shadows, and like when I need to get from one to another.
All right. You still see Utu out there just like slamming stuff. He's no longer large, but you see him just smashing things.
He's having fun. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Bjorn really should have gone with him. He'd be having fun.
Probably going for hours.
I mean, if we move the line up as far as we're going to move it, then I'll go fuck some shit up. But
here's the thing. If he's hitting something every turn, his rage stays.
Yeah. You never stop.
No, there is a 60-second maximum.
Boo.
Yeah.
For the effects of this war, it stays.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like, if I've been able to do stuff I shouldn't be able to do, you should get a bonus.
This is war.
Well, sure.
Look, this is your chance for infinite rage.
Then I will do it.
So you are all right. So yeah, we've got Bjorn heading out to assist Utu with fighting, and then you see. Well, Asher, what are you doing while these guys are heading out? All right.
He's warming the pine, is what he's doing.
Yeah, actually, you've been detained, and they're preparing a court martial for you. So you will be in that in probably about an hour and a half when they go live for that. So we will address
more important than the battle. Let's fucking court martial this man.
Listen, if you guys want to punish me, then you should just send me straight into the battle then. How about that? Chances are I'll die, right? Isn't that what you want?
There's no way Bartendel would pass that up. It's useful.
Potentially kills 2 idiots with 1 stone.
Let's see.
Come on, Bark. You know you'd love to see your biggest competition be wiped off the face of the map.
Competition is a stretch.
You have a very high opinion of you.
Well, yeah.
Here's your judgment. So we're kind of backtracking to the court martial. You've pitched your case, and Bartendel says, "Well, my judgment is we will have you stripped of your shoes. Those will become property of the court. Additionally, each of the men that were attacked viciously by you will each get a single swipe at you after you go out and fight for the next 3 hours. You're not allowed to return until 3 hours have passed. And we will have Bjorn here with you to ensure that you are meeting expectations. Bjorn, if he does not meet expectations, let us know."
I agree on one condition.
You don't get to name conditions.
I get to keep my shoes, and I don't tell everyone that you cast enlarge on your penis.
No. I'm going
to tell everyone about it then.
That's fine. Your charisma sucks.
Jerry, I'm going to take that book back.
Especially after you've gone and hit multiple men with your spells that you clearly have no control of. No wonder when you tried to cast enlarge, you actually cast shrink on yourself. Nobody can even see your penis.
It's
Why
true.
don't you ask your mother that?
So Bjorn takes his duties of making sure Asher meets his skill quota very seriously. And he says,
Asher,
already. For someone who's got 200 kills to rank up. Let's fucking go.
I rolled all of my d20s to maintain Arcana, to keep this pass without trace going even while I'm a spider. My lowest roll was an 18.
Nice. All right. So things are looking good on you guys' front. You guys make it across the second tower, and you are to the bridge at this point. What you guys see before you is a long bridge. There are no WMEs on the bridge until you can see Jerry down to the end. You can see them still destroying the bridge at the other end to prevent anybody from coming across.
Makes sense.
And then there's the gap that you guys created when you blew up the bridge on this end. So how do you want to move across this?
I have an idea. It's a bad one.
Hey, Bjorn, can we borrow the broom?
That makes a lot more sense. Damn
it. But now you got to go find Bjorn.
Snail.
You throw a snail. All right.
At least the snails.
I mean,
so you try to get the broom?
Technically, the broom is not attuned. And at this point, all of you know the command word, and it just has to be within a mile of you. So anybody could really summon it at any point.
Oh, okay.
This broom is dope.
Oh, it's the tits.
Osseo Fireball.
No, it's Snarler, because that's one of Thor's flying goats. That's the command word.
Osseo Snarler.
The other one is Grinder, so be glad I didn't choose that one.
Asher has Grinder.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's for research.
Sure.
Nope, I'm going to let all of those thoughts go.
So I thought I was ordering a grinder.
No, you weren't.
And no,
but that's not what showed up at my doorsteps.
Well, there was grinding.
Grinding went on.
And Asher was just like, I don't see nothing wrong.
This is more expensive than the sandwich.
Was it another dwarf?
Well, the song does say a little bump and grind. So.
That one had to cast Reduce on himself. Asher couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
He was more man than he could handle.
Oh my God, Trey.
Oh, I remember Trey. He'd always drop things in front of me.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Blew you in the parking lot of a gas station.
Wait, what was that?
Oh my god.
What did I say? Wait, because that was like a definite miscommunication. What
It
was
was the hose to, like to fill the air in your tires.
That's what it was.
Oh Jesus.
It sounds worse when you say it that way.
That's the point.
Parking lot of the gas station.
That's why he said it like that.
I was really thinking, like, did I block something out? Like, what happened? No.
All right, so you shout Accio Bum, and the broom comes to you.
Sweet. I get all sneaky on it.
All right, so you are flying with it. You pull yourself down next to the railing just on the outside and move across it that way it's hard for anyone to see you outside of unless they're outside of the bridge. And you move slow enough to where you don't draw attention to yourself. At this point, it's twilight. The light is starting to go down, so it is not as easy to see you now. So the only thing that's really drawing attention at this point is the like flames that kind of like are painted on the side by Bjorn, and then the like Sketcher light up stuff that kind of goes off every time you bump into something, because Asher just really has a thing for light up sneakers.
Spider has dark vision.
I do not.
So the spider is right in front of Jerry's face, directing.
Ratatouilleing him.
So yeah, you guys move across. Go ahead and give me a Falcon. Give me a what would that be? Some kind of communication based skill. Obviously, persuasion doesn't make sense.
I mean, he could just
wisdom.
literally tell Wheels, who we've established can pilot me.
Yeah.
And Wheels
Okay.
understands Rill because Rill understands Wheels.
Gotcha. All right, so that makes sense. So we've got Wheels power.
That makes sense.
It really doesn't.
Hey, I'm here for it. So we're Ratatouille styling this as Jerry's getting his hair pulled in different directions to determine if he needs to go up, down, left, right, B,
Hover.
A.
Same rules for bedtime. I get it.
So you get to the end of the bridge, and you see that the WMEs are still like very prevalent in this area. So you'll need to be a lot more careful when trying to move through. So before you start to move, you see that Shago and a couple of his men have actually made it across as well. They seem to have set up some kind of rope to be able to move themselves across without being seen, similar to you, just on the opposite side. And so you see Shago kind of like pull himself over towards you and say, "Hey, I'm going to head over to well, there's a couple places we could check out, bro. We could check out like the central area of the tower and see if there's like something there or something. Or I know that, like I heard that there's an encampment on the other side where they're like hanging out and getting chill. Do you want to go to the camp or you want to go to like the central area, bro?"
I think we should go to the central area because there's still like just a little bit of light left, where the camp is probably going to be lit one way or another.
So essentially, the way he's presenting it is like you go to one, he goes to the other, and then you guys get out to try and reduce the amount of time you're here and keep the risk low. So kind of split up the responsibilities, and then you guys head back.
I mean, if they have more people with dark vision, They should go in the center.
Good
To the
point.
main
Hey,
area.
you got anyone with dark vision?
I think I got one guy.
I got one spider, so
Wait, you got a spider, bro? Where's the spider, bro, at? Hey, spider,
Oh,
bro.
a little leg comes up.
What's up, spider, bro? All right. So yeah, he's like, I mean, either or, man. Like, what are you feeling, bro?
I'm gonna check out the camp. You go snoop around on the inside.
Cool, I can do it, man.
It'd be great
So-
to send Rill in as a spider, and then like one of them tries to kill the spider, and he just turns into a fucking Vedalken.
It's going to confuse someone soon.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me another stealth check. You're going to try and move around the WMEs without being noticed.
All right. Is it based off sound?
Well, you're flying right now, so no.
Okay.
18
Well-
for Arcana again.
I'm pretty sure a 34 will do it.
All right.
Sneaky.
Nice. So you work your way out. You're real close to the water to kind of like hide amongst the waves, and you work your way out to the edge, out over to here. And then once you're on land, you dismount from Snarler and start to work your way through the actual foliage. The thing that you notice about this particular tower is it is far more overgrown compared to any of the other towers. So there's a lot of foliage for you to hide within, which helps you as you're moving through. The only challenge is just being able to identify when there are WMEs nearby. So you're having to really rely on your hearing to make sure that you don't run into any of them. So you start, you work your way around the outside to the back. Go ahead and give me one more stealth check as you move toward where the encampment is.
This one also not based on sound, I assume.
This one will be, yeah, I think it'll be sound because it's really going to be you like working through the shadows, but also making sure that you don't like. There will be a little bit of sight, but just making sure you don't make sound as you're moving through the air.
Okay. I mean, my first roll was a 30, but now I got a 31.
All right. So you make it to the other side. When you get to the camp, you can see that it is, an area that they've started to clear out. It's right up along the edge here of the tower. There's a small beach there that they've set up where this camp is at. When you get there, you notice that there's a large, some kind of machine or something that they've started to build on the shore. And go ahead and give me an insight check, both Rill and Jerry.
Alrighty. Insight.
I'm not very insightful.
21. Here for my +4.
All right. So with the 21, you start to look at this thing, and you're really just guessing at what you think it does, but you notice that it definitely has a barrel or some kind of like end to it that might send out a projectile maybe, but the end of it, you can't really see if it has an opening on the end of it. Though you do notice that they are setting this thing up and trying to point it towards where one of the crystal lenses are that brings down the light for Ekris. So they may be setting something up for an attack later. And then you see that most of the people in the camp are actually working on that. So there isn't a lot of people in the camp that you need to worry about as you're moving through. You do find a larger tent that seems to have a number of desks and papers and stuff in it that stands out to you compared to the others, which just seem to be, bedrolls and places for people to sleep. When you start looking through some of the documents real quick, do you see that a lot of them are for specs for a thing called an arcane channeler? And as you look at it, it seems like some way to shoot out arcane energy or magic in a concentrated form to cause some kind of destructive force on whatever it comes into contact with. So essentially, a magic cannon. Additionally, you see that the let me see. There's also, oh, that's the wrong thing. Okay, so no, I used the wrong term for it. So the arcane channeler isn't the thing that is the cannon, but there is a schematic for it. The thing that is the arcane channeler is actually a document that you find for what was the one guy's name? It wasn't Vito. It was the pointer finger. What was the pointer finger's name? Yumo, the researcher, the head of research. So you see some documents that seem to be written by him about the arcane channeler. As you read through them, the information that you find is the arcane channeler is actually the thing that Cyrac went and retrieved from Amanthalor, the temple of Ekris. It is a large kind of cone, or not cone, cylindrical shaped object that is a ancient drow technology. It is able to contain and hold the powerful relics within it and use them to channel power. As you start to read through it, you see that this is actually the thing that they used to try and open a portal to the surface initially and sent Cyrac's brother through. And through some of the notes that you're reading there, you see that when traveling through the abyss upwards using the portal, it seems to amplify the effects of the abyss. So typically it's either death or serious mutation. In Cyrac's brother's case, it was serious mutation.
Are we going to run into a MIDI?
A what?
MIDI?
From Made in the Abyss?
I don't know. Maybe.
Dude.
I mean, I'm ready to break you guys' hearts. So we'll see. But no, so yeah, I mean, all of this stuff is stuff that you guys have already kind of like been exposed to. You knew about what happened to Cyrac's brother. You know, you knew that he was the Odiug that you guys killed. And then the other piece of this document that you find really interesting is actually there's a conjecture by Yumo that states that he believes using the null harp might stabilize the portal and allow safe travel through it. So that
I can see how we got that.
What they're trying to do is use the null harp as a power source. The schematic shows where they're placing it within the arcane channeler, the cylinder, and that is what they're using as the power source to create this portal now. Additionally, you see they believe that they can open a portal to anywhere on this plane of existence with the arcane channeler being powered by the null heart with its immense power. And finally, you find a letter. It is just signed VRWS, and it seems to be a letter from a member of the Warwick Society notifying the Umberhand that Cyrac has just left Jesku, and they are ready to move forward with the operation.
Okay, so this letter, is it on like a heavy parchment? Written with like a heavy hand?
No, it seems like it's very legible. The handwriting is well done, and it's not necessarily heavy. It seems to be very fine writing.
Not necessarily what I mean. I mean, like, is the paper itself like good stock? And then what is this done with like a good pen that would have left an impression?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
is there any spare parchment around?
Yeah. So you find some other parchment around that seems to be pretty decent quality as well. It's not like cardstock, but it's good stuff.
Cool. I do like some quick little rubs of everything that looks super important, like arcing channeler, cannon thingy, this letter.
Okay, so you essentially create some quick copies of everything, stuff it into a bag. Finally, the last thing that you see is a receipt. That's the only way you can really describe it. As you look through it, you see that there is an order for 10,000 units of WME 2083. And underneath that, you see that it is deliverable to the, let's see, where do I have that written? Kuthnag Empire. And delivery date is tomorrow.
Oh, that would be. Okie dokie.
That's what they want the portal for.
Yep. Okay.
I was thinking I'll lose 10,000 of them.
So I see the cannon thingy out there. Do I see the channeler anywhere?
No.
Do I see the harp? I assume not.
No.
Okay. So I'm not smart enough to figure out what the power source or anything that's being put into this cannon would be. I just see people working on it, and I'm like, that looks like it's all very important.
Yeah.
That sounds like me. Yeah. Rill, you got anything?
You feel some tugs from wheels as he's trying to do like Morse code to you.
Like Rill's
Do you know
just
Morse?
panicking out of everything he's seeing. Nothing is good.
Okay. Shit bricks. Got it. Delivery tomorrow. Great. I doubt they're going to fire this up tonight, but it sounds like this is something we will need to take care of tomorrow. Quickly.
I rolled a 20 for... Fuck, I have no idea. Can I figure out to see how long the cannon might take them to build?
Give me whatever you just rolled. Use that as an intelligence. Yeah, let's do intelligence.
25 then.
Okay. So with a 25, you'd say that if they work through the night, it'll probably be mid-morning to around noon before it is finished, based on some of the information that you're able to hear from them, because you're close enough to where you can kind of hear some of the workers. They're all in white lab coats, and they all have these like masks that they're wearing that seem like a cheap knockoff of Bond Druids.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, based off the like some of the conversations they're having and like the franticness of it, you'd probably say somewhere around then, mid-morning to noon.
Do I see anything that looks like the food stores?
Yeah, there's probably an area where they've got some food built up. Number of boxes full of meat, vegetables, stuff like that.
Does it look like I can sneak over there?
Give me a roll.
29.
All right. I'm going to say that works, but just a roll for shits and giggles. Yeah. So you're able to work through some of the tents, moving from box to box, trying to find your way across without being noticed. You get to the food stores, and
all right, I'm going to pull out like the oldest cheese I've got on me. And I'm going to put like little shavings and everything, and then I'm going to pull out a flask of oil and start pouring a little bit of that into every drink. And then I'm going to take some mayonnaise.
Roll a D100 to see how old the cheese is that you have.
It's gotta be fucking old.
I mean, you have multiple flasks of oil just from all the Molotov cocktails you're carrying.
I know.
You can ruin all the food.
That's what I'm doing. All right, I got 79 on my D100.
All right. The oldest piece of cheese that you have is 79 years old.
It is so moldy.
Like it's moving.
I do everything I can to ruin as much food as possible.
All right. Yeah, so you do that. You've got some seriously nasty stuff infesting their food now.
I can probably buy us a little bit of time if they all get food poisoning.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, and then I stashed 2 Molotov cocktails in the bottom of some food crates. That way, just in case we end up over here in a fight, I can be like, Asher, hit those.
Okay.
I was thinking that too.
And I'll be like,
Nice. All right. So you guys have settled up with the food. You've got some Molotov cocktails stashed. Is there anything you wanted to do before you head back to the main tower?
I do grab some bread and I just rub it on my nuts and put it back.
All right.
The
Nice
spider
and
is tapping you now, just exhaustedly.
Yeah. He's probably at his limit getting close.
Sorry, I grew up in an inn. I know how to deal with crappy customers with their food.
So you guys head back. I'm going to reuse all the rolls that you had before, so you're able to make it across. Using Snarler, you make your way back. And you actually make it back probably about 30 minutes before Shago and his men. And you actually find that a good majority of the men that left to go out died in the process. So your team and Shago's team were the only ones that returned safely. So you guys have headed back.
Wait, Robbie, you're muted.
I thought he was just pretending to.
He's not muted. It's got the little sound thing coming out of his screen.
That's weird. I see his lips moving, but I don't hear anything.
I can hear something. It sounds like a TV in another room when he's talking.
So it's got the little noise thing in the corner, but his frame doesn't turn blue when he speaks, like everyone else's.
Well, now he's muted.
That was weird. Maybe he just turned the volume on his microphone down.
Got nothing.
Yeah, Robbie, turn on the caption so you can see when you're being heard.
I mean, he'll probably be able to hear when he's being heard. Oh, you mean his captions? I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There he is.
All right, cool. Yeah, my wireless headphones connected to my computer automatically and then just like hijacked everything. So
that makes sense.
all right, so we're switching back to Bjorn and Asher real quick. So Asher's been out there fighting for the last few hours. Go ahead and give me some Arcana. 3 Arcana rolls, 1 for each
You got
hour that you're out there.
200 kills to get, Asher. You better take this seriously.
You know what, Bjorn? You could have fought harder for me to keep my shoes. My toes are cold.
So actually, let's
You're made of fire.
Fire person.
do 6 rolls. DC 14. You need to get 4 successes.
Okay, that's 1 success. That's a 24.
That's not enough.
That's a 25.
Okay.
That's 9 plus 7, 16. So, yeah.
Okay.
11 plus 7, 18. I mean, that's a success right there. And just to make sure, that's a 12. So that's not as good. And then a 17. So 5 out of 6.
Okay. So you met your quota. Bjorn's very proud of you. Well, I'm assuming. I don't know. He might not be proud of you.
You could have done better. I was watching you. You did the bare minimum for your court martial.
Like it's a B effort. You met the requirements, but you didn't excel.
Listen, Bjorn, I'm going to tell you the first thing that I did when I got into college. B's and C's get degrees.
How close are we to get to the water?
Yeah. You guys are probably like 15, 20 feet from it.
I know where
Do I
my
have
bubble
to-
is.
yeah.
Do you what?
Do I have the broom back yet? I don't think I do.
As you guys were fighting out there, all of a sudden you just see it like reappear next to you as Jerry was kind of like cruising by and stealthily like left it right by you as he kept going.
Rill falls off, unwild shapes, and he's not looking good.
Yeah, it's like breathing heavy, sweating really hard.
An unarmed attack
Imported.
is what, +4, right? For an unarmed attack?
It should say on your
Yeah.
actions.
It's your strength mod.
Holy shit! Asher does a 26 hit.
Robbie, does Bjorn have eyes?
He does.
The Bjorn has eyes.
And I don't believe he's immune to any sight-based.
Oh, I see this punch coming, and I just reflexively
Oh, it's not a punch. It's a shove.
Okay, well, I see the
So
shove.
I don't wind up to punch you. I just go.
Okay, I'm still gonna shine the light.
All right, that's fine.
It's like a fart reflex.
So yeah, I'm just imagining like Avengers kind of style where
Where
got
Hulk punches Thor.
Yeah.
So what does that do to me? Do I have to roll a disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Unless you have immunity to like sight-based attacks.
No.
Does Bjorn have eyes?
You don't know how much this roll, but I'm committed.
I can't.
It's a 1, boys.
Oh wait.
Oh no!
I rolled a 19, and your bullshit made it a 1. So I guess in that case, I accidentally pushed the soldier who was standing right behind Asher off. And
Yeah.
my reaction, Asher blinded me. Asher, what the hell did you do that for?
Am I
Careful, Bjorn, you're gonna get court-martialed.
am I still near them? Like when this happens?
Yes.
All
You're
right.
like within visual distance. You can see what's going on.
Oh, I wanted to roll to snag the soldier before he fell into the water.
Well, the reason I was asking if I had the so I could send the broom after him. But I have now been blinded by Asher, and all anybody knows is that someone was just thrown off the bridge, and Bjorn, Asher, what the hell did you do that for?
Well, Bjorn, you're gonna get court-martialed now, dude. You got to be careful.
What are you talking about?
You just threw a guy off. To bring
I
him
rolled a
back up.
24 to snag him while he's going and just pivot around, and he's okay.
All right. Yeah, you're able to run up and get him just in time with that 24.
Yeah.
All the while, Rill's still just like on the ground heaving and like barely hanging in.
Nobody's paying attention to Rill as he's dying on the floor.
I was gonna pick him up, but then this shit happened.
Asher, I don't think you want to call attention to this. Who are they going to be?
You see Utu kind of lean down next to where Rill is, and he's like, "Oh, here, bud, you'll love this." As he pulls out a flask and then just kind of pours it in your mouth.
That is a 9 for a Constitution save.
All right, you feel amazing. You can't feel anything. You're floating.
All my limbs just relax.
You are like on cloud 9, and to everybody else, you are speaking incoherently. So anything you say is gibberish to everyone else, and you're just like dancing almost as you're just moving around. So you feel great, and you are going to be very drunk for the next 8 hours.
Rill just needs to go to sleep, is what he needs to do.
Turn on
Very
his side
good.
so he doesn't choke.
So yeah, that was perfect. So Rill's feeling better. He's cruising around with you guys. And then Asher, you got your kills. Bjorn almost threw you off, but I ended up almost throwing another guy off. And yeah, Jerry saved the day.
He saved the day.
I was like, do we need to get back over the shield line?
Yeah, so
All right, hold on. Okay, I rolled a 28 for acrobatics to grab Rill and just do like a little flip and fling him over.
as you do that, you actually see a couple of the guys in the front with the shields lower them down just enough to where when he lands on it, he kind of like rolls off and then lands on his feet on the other side, just like.
Cool. And I got a 25 to flip after him.
All right. You do it. It's not as beautiful as Rill's, though. He was a lot more flexible, and that's why it ended up working for him.
Because he was fucking drunk.
Rill gives Jerry a high five.
All right.
It's all goosey goosey.
He misses.
Oh,
He misses me, hits me in the face.
Yeah. I rolled a 19.
A 19.
To hit.
What's your AC?
Well, because I'm nerfed, 17. So
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm drunk. I can't hurt anyone.
uncanny dodge.
Like I just get your face and I grab it.
It sounded like you said cotton candy dodge.
Yes, cotton candy dodge. I disappear and he
That's
gets
what
the handle
Rill's
of cotton
saying.
candy.
He's very confused. Cotton candy?
Guys, with the grammarian, you could do uncandy dodge. Because candy is two ends.
Do you think that'd get rid of my diabetes?
Probably.
There it is. He solved it. We knew it was a stepping stone to curing Jerry.
That's one step to the solution.
There has to
We're
be
closer,
a spell.
guys.
There has to be a spell that someone knows already that we can prioritize.
To do that. Oh, yeah.
Wait. Does Will have Goodberry?
Probably.
Good Jerry.
Somebody cast good Jerry.
I don't have it prepared, but yeah, I have Goodberry.
Tomorrow.
We have the answer. I don't know if this is going to fix me or just make a better Jerry here.
Oh, fuck.
Worth
Good
a
Jerry.
try.
Just need a ring of the grammarian.
Wait, I thought we had one.
No, Zardar has one.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it. Where's Saul?
Oh,
Where
yeah.
are
I need to
Christmas
get Peters
presents?
out here to help you guys.
Yeah, where's my Christmas present?
It's coming, man. Just hang on.
It's coming with the dragons, right?
It's a what?
It's coming with the dragons.
Thing with the dragons?
It's coming along with the dragons.
Oh, yeah.
George.
All right. So you guys head back. You're over the line. You're back on the main tower, and you meet up with Bark. So by the time you get to the tent where Bark is, it's actually Von Rohr's tent. So Shago is there meeting with Von Rohr to give his update. Additionally, you've got Bark Dental there. He's waiting for you guys to arrive, so that way you can all share the information that you have together. So once you guys enter the tent, you see it's Bark and Von Rohr on the other side of the desk. They've each got, some paperwork in front of them. There's a nice map of the islands here. And next to you, you've got Shago with, I believe, 3 of his men. And then it's the 4 of you guys. So Bark looks to you and says, well, what do you got? I mean, good news, bad news? You guys were the only ones that made it back.
Oh, it's bad. It's all bad. Don't mind him. Utu gave him something from his personal stash. So with any luck, he'll be fine tomorrow.
I'll have to have a talk with Utu after this. Did you guys see where he went?
No, but I heard him still laughing. So I assume he's where he's been all day.
That I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, well, we'll go.
I'm sure he'll come back when he either needs to take a nap or runs out of alcohol.
Whichever comes first. And
Exactly.
Hopefully it's not the alcohol, because I don't know if you've seen him without alcohol, but it is bad.
Yeah, he doesn't strike me as the kind of person I want to be around sober. Like, he's a functioning alcoholic. Emphasis on the functioning while under the influence of alcohol part. He doesn't like him when he's sober. He doesn't like anybody when he's sober.
Can someone rein in your friend here? He seems to be... I
Right,
get that he's gone. I understand that Utu's done a thing to him, but... oh, boy.
Yeah,
have
Asher
an
took
idea.
off his socks and gave it to Rill.
Just,
I have an idea.
just take care of him.
I grab Asher's cloak, whatever he's wearing, and I put it over Rill's head. I'm like, all right, Big Bird, nighttime.
I'm so glad I had this.
That was perfect timing.
No shit.
So
So
that worked.
And he's disappeared. He's just gone.
Even better. Okay, yeah. So here's what I got. I got a letter here from a BRWS. I assume WS is Warwick Society. BR is probably person's first name and last name. Basically saying that they're in on it. I've got a receipt of a whole bunch of them thingies we've been fighting going to the Empire. Oh, and they're supposed to be delivered tomorrow. I got plans for what looks like a giant magic shooty thingy. It looks like magic goes in, ouchies come out, and it's pointed up at that one of them fancy crystal lenses up there.
I mean, it'll get a little bit darker here, and it's not terrible, I guess. It's not great.
I mean, it might have another purpose.
Eh.
It might be part of, the barrier and whatnot.
Oh, didn't you mention something about like an evil god or something? I don't know.
Yeah, like it might make things worse in the abyss.
Not
Not
yes,
just.
that's probably not a good thing. We'll keep an eye on that. Okay, anything else?
I got something called Archicanoodler, and apparently this helps them make portals to the first layer, and we do know from Sirac's notes that they sent his brother through one of these portals, but because of the Curse of the Abyss, he turned into an Odiog, which was weak in the neck, as Bjorn was able to demonstrate. I mean, we assume most Odiogs are weak in the neck, but definitely ones that were humans before they became Odiogs are.
Oh, that's disturbing and interesting for sure.
Yeah, I know. You had a bit of a ranch, buddy. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. Hey, I'm in the middle of something. I love you too. Oh, you think Falcon's hat is cool?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Cool
you like
hat
the face on it? You like it better than the face on his face? Yeah, me too.
The face on his face.
You like the one in the background better?
Oh, yeah. It's cool.
Oh, you like what Robbie's got where he's in space?
Oh, yeah. I got the guy here.
What do you think about these up here? Oh, you like Vinny's better than Curtis's? Yeah, Vinny looks like he's on a nice beach. Curtis looks like he's in. Well,
He's got mayonnaise.
You can interact with mine though. It's pretty advanced.
That's some serious technology there.
Curtis looks like he's at home. Yeah, he does.
Oh,
I do look like I'm in the bathroom. I almost died in this bathroom once.
You
It's
all
okay, I got
drowned in the sink.
It's a murder bathroom. Yeah, it is. It is. Your mom watches all kinds of shows with murder bathrooms, doesn't she?
Yeah,
Every murder bathroom.
no, that's the murder bathroom.
Yep, it's a murder bathroom. All right, buddy, can you give me some
Is
time?
mine
I
a
need to
murder
finish up
bathroom?
here. All right, thanks, buddy.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh man.
He's great when he's tired.
I know, right? It's crazy.
But
Alright.
yeah, let's see. So the Archicanoodler, one of the Umber Hands, the pointy dude, Oogie Boogie.
Yumo.
Yeah, Oogie Boogie. He theorized that because the Null Harp can nullify the effects of the Abyss, using it when they use the Archy canvas, whatever, to make a portal will nullify the Curse of the Abyss going through it. No notes on whether or not they've done that yet, which, they haven't had it very long, so they might not have been able to. But I can see why they would think that. Oh, and given that they're trying to send some stuff to the surface tomorrow, I assume they will be trying tomorrow. And I did everything I could to make sure they get food poisoning.
Good man. All right. So Bart kind of takes a moment after getting all that information from you to look through the notes. So as he's kind of leafing through them, you hear Shago turn and start to give his report. But he gets cut off for a moment as Bart says, this doesn't say BRWS, it says VRWS. It sounds like you misread this. Yeah, VR.
Possibly. Or I misheard the voice in my head that was reading it to me.
Maybe. But yeah, interesting. And immediately afterwards, you hear Shago say, well, we went to the central area. The experiment was a success. And you see Von Roord say, very good. And immediately afterwards, you see Bart Dental kind of like stiffen for a second.
I immediately thought that when you said V.
Yeah.
He falls down onto the desk, and you see that crystal thing that Von Roord wanted you to plant in his office sticking out of his back.
Oh no, not
Well, we never put it there, so I'm not that worried about that.
No,
we didn't get that far into it.
Bark is down. Oh no.
Bjorn grabs Shago. I immediately draw on Vondi Boy.
So Von Roord looks to you. When you guys look around, you see that Shago and his men have kind of like drawn their weapons, but you see Von Roord kind of hold his hand up and say, no, hold on, men. I'm sure we can sort this all out without further bloodshed. So,
Or with more bloodshed.
I ask that you join the Warwick Society. And that's where we'll end tonight.
Ah, you bastard.
So hopefully Rill can sober up very quickly. I will give him an opportunity to make another Constitution save at the beginning of the next session.
Nice. It's a sober up.
That one was a 16. The blanket did its trick.
All right. I'll let you know if that works out for you.
Well, either way, it's time to stretch my tentacles, as that billboard told me to do. Octopus.
All right.
You can grapple so many people at once.
I know, right?
That sounds like
a
bumper
would you be a
sticker
large
that Asher would have.
Sounds like what?
When you turn into an octopus, would you be a large creature?
Spread your tentacles.
I think it's medium.
That stinks.
Cast grow on yourself and then wild shape.
There you go.
I could do that.
That might work.
No, octopus is small.
Oh, well, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that's
That makes sense though.
Can you wild shape into a kraken?
not
I've
yet.
never seen one.
Kraken is like CR11.
Again, not yet.
Get there.
Like, I don't know what Ekris is going to give me for saving creation.
Yeah. Maybe a lot.
And ring it into generations.
I mean,
That would be nice. It wouldn't be very helpful for him, though.
I know.
you've bonded to Zayas. That's on you, man.
Yeah,
Like,
but if he
denial.
pulls a dramatic heel turn on Zacis at the last moment, then it'll look dope.
I just want to keep an eye on him.
Mm.
Is he doing anything? I look at my orb as if it's going to give me any answers at all.
He says, "I'll talk to you later."
I should mind like a magic 8-ball.
Yeah.
Uh,
Try again later.
I could not determine now. Check back later. I can't remember what it was.
Wheels, you try. And it
His
just
little
says squeak, 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 squeakity.
It's
Rill
in,
looks at it and
Riggins
goes-
Celestial.
Rill
Yeah.
knows what it says, but he's too drunk to remember.
Right. So, yeah, sorry for the shorter session, but yeah, just figured I'd go a little bit shorter tonight.
I like shorter sessions.
That was a lot of fun, though.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
We
was.
got to just be. It was great.
I love when we have a lot of freedom to RP. It's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, for real. Especially when
I'm
you're
glad
out of the joke.
Our group does that.
Out of curiosity,
And,
if I had chosen to go to the main structure, would this have still happened?
yes, you would have just gotten different information.
Okay. So no matter what, they were going to sneak
It's
off and
like
do their
something
thing.
like a project on its way.
So no matter what, they were going to sneak off and do their thing because they weren't doing reconnaissance.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
they were doing something.
Yeah, they were powering up a glass dildo.
Getting it ready for our boy Barb, who Asher immediately just starts ostracizing and beating him down after he's dead.
Dude, he started it. He started it.
Look, Asher, this is your chance to show that you can bring somebody back.
Yeah.
Oh, I will.
Rill falls on top of him and in his drunken stupor somehow casts Spare the Dying. Like, he knows enough.
Yeah.
It's a cantrip.
It's not useful, but he knows enough.
Hey, smart move.
No,
Nice,
no,
guys, nice move.
let me flex, man.
All right, man.
Later.
Later.
Adios, guys.
Later.